And welcome back everyone for set number 2 here for Group N of the FX Open Invitational Series. I am Unstable, joined here by Railkin. We're going to have Acer'Scarlett up against IMFirst. We are going to jump into Atlanta Spaceship Game 1. Interesting map to start off with considering the veto system that these guys ran. I'm surprised First would have let that actually happen because a lot of Protoss don't like this map so far. But anyway, down here at the bottom left we have our purple Zerg. It is going to be Acer'Scarlett going for a hatch first. Pull first in a hatch. Somehow I got that down by IM being, with First being a little bit silly with that. However, we did see a Nexus First come out from him at the same time. Now, we've seen a lot of CVP in this tournament. We've seen a lot of Stargate play, and I don't think we've ever seen a single Protoss win on this map. Am I wrong in saying that? Who won?
We've seen players win on this map. We've cast so many games that I couldn't tell you exactly which ones, but I know we've seen Protoss win in this map. A lot more than you'd expect, actually. A lot of it came down to people being a little bit silly with the Broodlord positionings in the late game. We saw more than one Vortex just straight up win it as well. There was that one Zerg who kept attacking into the 4th base on the left side with the
Ragnarok versus Puzzle.
He kept coming straight down with his Broodlords over this cliff and just attacking from the same angle over and over again, and allowed, if that's the right series, Puzzle to just blast him.
Yeah.
That's just kind of surprising, because if you look at the architecture of this map, there's a lot of really good places for Broodlords in the late game. Little places where there's high ground or gaps that only the Stalkers can make it across. You generally consider it to be pretty good for Zerg in the late game.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So we do see, of course, the third hatch going down for Scarlet at the same time, and it's going to come down to how much pressure can she put on to the third base for First. That's really what it comes down to every single time we see this. If the Protoss can secure that third or fourth base, then this will pretty much go all day long with this map. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. But I haven't seen First play in quite a while. From what I've seen of him, he's a very strong player, but I just haven't seen any broadcast matches recently. But of course, being in the IM house, he's going to have a lot of practice in there. We did see his teammate Seed do really well as well.
That's an understatement.
Well, I meant in our event, not elsewhere as well.
Okay. Like, really well, really. That's the choice of words you're going to use.
Yeah.
But the wall is finishing up here for First. I almost called him Protoss because of the fact he has that tag, I am Protoss. And,
yeah.
But, yeah, that's First. And waiting to see what he's going for. He's got the 2 gas, hasn't started the third one just yet. So he could be seeing another straight into robotics play. He's getting up to the amount where he could be dropping a Stargate if that's what he wants to do as well. So we're just going to have to wait and see what it is he's up to. Scarlet, on the other hand, has now chosen to throw down her gas. If you look at her drone count, she's at about 40. So this is about the medium, not very risky route of going for the gas before you drone up really hard. It allows you to get a good number of drones out, but you're not really pushing the envelope. And we do see, actually, a Twilight Council at a First.
Ah, very interesting. Well, actually not all that interesting, considering I just saw 4 gateways go down in the main, but either way. We got the Rotron on the way. I'm not really a fan of these times of attacks on this map because it's very easy to reinforce. We do see him coming around on the right-hand side with that proxy pylon, so he's going to be hitting this quite quickly. And if he can get away with it, that is. We do see the Creep Tumor is going to spot this pylon on the right very quickly. However, he's come in with his Stalker and his Zealot. Needs to get out of there. He's going to get a surrounded Zealot, unfortunately. Going to get... Oh, very nicely done. Targeting down the Zerglings at the front to try and get him away. And now he will be able to kite the rest of these Zerglings if he wants to with that one Stalker. We do see all the gateways finished up now. They're going to be going into warp gates very, very quickly. Or at least they should be, because...
Are we just watching the last game again? Because now First is actually choosing to go into the Dark Shrine instead of going for this pressure. So it feels like a little bit of a repeat, because now we've got Roaches coming out. Scarlet might decide to attack across the map with the Roaches and Zerglings just to apply some pressure, because that's like a common thing on this map, try and deny that third base. And then, but First, oh my god, I almost did it again, has a decent number of units. As long as he doesn't lose them here, he could probably hold off until he gets the Dark Templars out. And he just needs to make sure these Stalkers don't get taken out. If the Zealots go down, that's workable. Just can't lose any Stalkers here.
Nice control by First so far. He just waited for that extra round of warp-ins, And it is come true. And he can mix in 1 or 2 DTs with this army as this pressure is going through. I actually really like this idea coming in from first. There is a lot more roaches on the way, though. He needs to be really careful. Trying to target down that queen, but it's not going to be good enough. We do see a lot of Zerglings in the mix as well as a buffer zone for these zealots. And first is eventually going to be pushed back here. He needs to be really careful. He's trying to target down the low health roaches. Gets the queen, though, and that is huge for him. Not going to be as much lava. And the Dark Shrine isn't done yet. There we go. We can now warp him in. And 1, 2, 3, 4 DTs come in, and I think Scarlett's just going to go, what the heck was that?
Pathing. The roaches just got screwed up by the Dark Templars. Immediate Overseer. She's blocking the hatchery with her units, but there's not enough of them. Oh no, it's a great try, but there's just not enough to fully block it. And it doesn't look like First is really trying to go after the hatchery anyway. He has actually split up the Dark Templars instead.
Yep.
So it was a good idea, but with only one Overseer, she realizes that she has to make another one, so there's a second one on the way, and these Dark Templars are getting a lot of kills in the meantime.
Yeah, Natural is being shredded, and Main is being shredded. He could actually get that queen as well, but he's actually going for drones instead. 7 kills, 8 kills on this DT. Looking at the worker count, it's 59 to 58, so that's definitely done its work, and those DTs can now be morphed into Archons, so they're a follow-up attack if he wants to. I really like when I see that kind of play coming in, utilizing those DTs after it's actually been done. So either way...
Like this probe in the 4th base for First. He can throw down a pylon here, and then when that proxy pylon gets taken out, he can actually be warping in from that high ground a little bit unexpectedly. But it does look like he saw the probe there, and...
This is still a DT down here, though. It's got 8 kills down. Oh, he's trying to find a drone. No, goodbye. Either way, 3rd base going up here at this 4th position normally. It is actually quite a lot easier to defend, because it's not got this wide open area at the south. It's just got that one little choke point to go through, and you can defend both bases from having your army in this one position. But First is going to follow up with the robotics facility, and we got Blink on the way, plus 2 weapons on the way as well. And now Scarlett's probably going to try and take that 4th base at the same time. We got an infestation pit on the way. The gas is really a limiting factor right now here for Scarlett, and it needs to scout that this extra base is coming up.
Scarlett's moving around the center of the map like she wants to get aggressive, but she's hesitating. So we'll see if she actually does it. If she waits too much longer, she's not really going to be able to pressure this base. One of the bonuses of this base is it's really difficult to attack by ground, because that really narrow choke point, that's really good for a Protoss player trying to defend that. It's going to be difficult for the full Zerg army to get in there and bear the brunt of its attack, because if First just backs up into that corner, then you're going to be in a really bad concave. Or he can also just use force fields, but he has chosen to cancel?
What?
Really?
What did he cancel?
The Nexus. Am I ahead?
Yeah, but no, he just did cancel it then. We're at 13 minutes just then at the same time, so we've got Scarlett double expanding, we've got that Nexus being remade. I think he just didn't, I'm actually not too sure about that. That had to have been a misclick. That is a pretty major misclick if it is.
Like, he didn't actually see Scarlett's army anywhere. She was kind of in the area, but he was in a good defensive posture. The army wasn't swinging around to attack from the other direction. And at that point, he didn't actually have vision on it. So that had to have been a mistake, and he's not rebuilding it at all.
He did, and then he canceled it again. What the hell is going on?
I think he has decided that he's going... Well, he still has probes mining from those minerals.
What the hell is going on?
What is actually going on right now? He has 8 gateways. He could just try to go for an 8 gate all in, but this is kind of late, and that's kind of just because of the oops factor, I would assume. It seems like he's decided that because of that mistake, he's just got to go completely all in, and we'll see how it works out.
I don't think it's going to work out well at all. We got 3 Infestors on the way, Hive is on the way as well. 40 Zerglings just hit the production tab here for Scarlett at the same time. I think she kind of feels what's coming now. Looking at the vision, she still thinks there's a 4th base here, though. That's the thing. Like, there's cannons here as well. There's no way it was a fake. It had to have been a mistake. Now sees the army here as well.
Yeah, she's gotten a couple good fungals on the sentries as well. Took out a good number of the sentries. There's only 2 left. And now she can just charge right into the army.
Well, I didn't catch those fungals, but he's going to be ready. It's going to come in from both angles here. Needs to be really, really careful. We do see the roaches coming forward. Nice force fields by First, as we do see him coming. There we go. There's a fungal going down here on one of those sentries. But he's First is splitting him up quite nicely. Hasn't actually lost any just yet. And there's another fungal going down on them as well. But she's gonna lose this 4th base regardless. There's a Spine Crawler finishing up at the same time. He needs to be careful because the force fields can actually catch her completely off guard. There's a lot of Zerglings in this army composition. And it looks like he is going to go for it. More force fields going down, but not enough energy, and everything's moving forward. We got drones coming in at the same time. We do have Blink trying to work, but there's just Fungals all over the entire army, with the Zerglings really shredding things up here at the moment. Infested Terrans coming down as well. That's going to really shred through this army completely. And it looks like that is going to be it here for first. I still have no idea what he was doing with this Nexus. He would have been really far ahead if he hadn't have done that. And yeah, there's the GG coming out from Scarlett. So congratulations to Scarlett. We'll go into game number 2 and see what happens.